Okay, this is just a little discussion of the concurrent editing that we have. We've always had this ability. So when I type in one side, it's going to appear in the other side. And of course, if I'm typing in different words, we'll see different things appear, and it automatically gets synchronized. Now, the difficult thing is when two people are working on the exact same area. Um, and theoretically both sides would be editing at the same time, but now what is going to happen is that you're going to have this will end up marked saying, hey, there's changes to happen. Click this button and those changes are added in there. That looks, I should have left a blank line between them, so leave a blank line so it looks like two lines. Okay, fine. So if you add let me add a third line. This is a third line. You can go on. This person's editing. This person's got kind of a conflict. We call it a conflict because they're now things that need to come over on this side. Um, uh, so I can do something like this. And so what that's saying is that now both of them have this situation where one has some changes from the other to bring in, and the first has some changes that go back. This symbol is saying merge those changes from others. It's not going to do it automatically or proactively, while you're typing. And that was the problem, that while you were typing, it would then move your cursor to the end. And this got really annoying because it kept moving to the end. This way, you have time to actually finish up, what you're typing, get it into a suitable thing, and then say, okay, now merge those changes. Now you see how the line in the middle has come across from over here. This guy still hasn't gotten that. Because he's still able to make changes, but when he says merge those changes, it's going to bring it in. Now they both have the same thing because it's been merged together. By clicking on the button outside, um, by clicking on the button, you merge changes in. By the way, any way you close it, if I just close it, notice the RRR. If I just close it here, it brings that in. So anyway, or if I am editing this and these are taken away, so taken away also causes a conflict because it hasn't been synchronized. If I just click on another, I'm just going to click up here, which will close the other. You'll notice that it was immediately integrated. The changes were integrated. So no matter what you do, the merging will happen. You don't actually have to click on that actual little thing. That'll cause a conflict over there, and it's ready to bring that big in. I can put a big here, and that conflicts it both ways. But if I just close them both, you'll see that both of them are now integrated in and they're up to date. And this should be okay if you are editing the exact same word. Um, let's say that we decide that instead of big, we should have long there. So I take this and I say, let's make that long. Okay, and so that's going to say, hey, you're a conflict here. Watch this. I really love this. If I go and make the same change here, it basically cancels it. It says, oh, okay, you got the same thing now. So that's actually kind of cool. It's no longer a conflict because we've done the same thing. So if you both correct the same word, it'll actually cancel out the difference. But yeah, that's how it works. You still have the same ability to time it, but once you go into conflict, it sort of overwrites that. It sort of hides that for a moment. You don't get to see the time while you're merging changes, but if you merge the changes, then it's back to showing the time again. Now I can click back in there and edit what I want to edit, and that's the whole idea, is to get your cursor out of there so that the moving of the cursor, it's merged when you want it to be merged instead of merging just in the middle of your typing. That's it. That's the change in merging behavior.